How has Brian Laundrie managed to outsmart the FBI, the police, and even dog the bounty hunter? This is a trick question because nothing about Brian's actions has anything to do with smarts or intelligence or wisdom. Sadly, Brian Laundrie has fallen into the same hellish pit as most narcissistically abusive people, psychopaths, sociopaths, and other abusive types fall into. And that is a place of reaction living. Reaction living brought on by evil choices. And it's sad, but there's no more smarts involved. There's no more wisdom. Only reaction. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, before I talk about the difference between smarts and evil and reaction-based living, I want to let you know that I am here for your support. Those who are in toxic relationships right now, I do offer one-on-one services. Down in the description box below this video, you'll find access to my calendar where you can schedule that one-on-one time with me. Now, there's two crowds that I would like to address here. The first crowd is going to say, Kevin, how dare you judge Brian? You don't know. Nobody knows. Let's wait for the evidence, on and on and on, yada, yada, blah, 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 blah. Listen, Brian Laundrie was the last person with Gabby Petito. That's a fact. Brian arrived home in her van without her. It's a fact. Gabby Petito has been found dead. That's a fact. Brian Laundrie, in his hiding and running, is robbing Gabby's family of the rights to know what happened to their daughter. This is evil. Brian Laundrie is hiding and not talking to law authorities to help them understand what could have happened to Gabby Petito. This is all, it's evil. Whether or not he did it or not, he has fallen into a place of evil. And it's important to understand this because when you fall into this sad, hellish pit of evil, you no longer operate out of wisdom or out of intelligence or out of being smart. And this is the next group of people who I want to talk to, the next audience, who believes and somehow is fascinated in the mindset of Brian Laundrie. How has he outsmarted the FBI, outsmarted the police? There's no smarts in it. It's not smart. Listen, all Brian Laundrie is doing is running and hiding. There's no smarts in that. A lizard can scurry along and hide it within the rocks and in the cracks. Doesn't mean a lizard is intelligent. It just does what a lizard does. I believe that the idea of being smart means that you transcend above being a lizard who needs to run and hide. In other words, you transcend smarts, wisdom, intelligence gives us the opportunity to transcend needing to run and hide. And if that's the truth about smarts and wisdom and intelligence, then what does it say about those who need to run and hide? There's no smarts associated with it. You might as well say they have the brain of a lizard. How smart can they be? And it's sad to say that this is Brian Laundrie's life now, reactionary-based, running and hiding. And it is sad, and it's tragic because it's a one-way path that leads to self-destruction. This is the second thought that allows us to understand that Brian Laundrie is not smart at all because he is now on the one-way path and the course of destroying his own life, any hope and possibility for his future. And this is why there's no smarts involved in running and hiding. Listen, what would you say people want in this life? At the very core of our being, what do we all want? I'm going to tell you what I believe. I believe that the founding fathers of this country had it right when they said in the Constitution that each person has certain inalienable rights. What are they? Together, right? The first one, everybody now. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These three things are put in the Constitution because I believe the forefathers had the insight to know that at our heart, this is what everybody wants. Yes, even psychopaths, even narcissistically abusive people All people in their hearts want life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Let me break this down for you. Let's talk about life. What is it to live? Living is being able to engage in conversations with people, sharing ideas, sharing thoughts, giving and exchanging. Love, agape. This is life. Now, let's look at where Brian Laundrie is at. A lot of people wonder, is Brian Laundrie living or is he dead? I would say it doesn't matter. Because the reaction-based living that he is in right now, he might as well be dead even if he's alive. What kind of life is there? Running from place to place, finding a new place to hide, constantly looking over your shoulder, not being able to have a voice to be heard, not being able to engage with people. If you look at it this way, then Brian Laundrie, as well as most narcissistically abusive people, they rob themselves of their own life by doing these abusive things and then forcing themselves into a sad position in life where they have to run. And they run from place to place to hide, find a new relationship to hide behind, a new facade to hide behind. In the case of Brian Laundrie, he has to find a new rock for him to sleep on. There's no life in that. How about liberty? Freedom. At the heart of every person, they desire freedom. How free is it to make choices in life that then cause you to have to be a prisoner? And make no mistake about it, Brian Laundrie on the run, he's a prisoner of his own actions. He can't come out from the cell he's already in. He's stuck now in the prison of running. And that is a prison, by the way. Either that or he comes out and faces with honesty and accepts the consequences of his actions. And then he spends time as a different type of prisoner. But at least this type of prisoner moves towards the direction of honesty and structure. But sadly, either way, he's a prisoner. There's no freedom. So again, where's the smarts? Where's the intelligence in that decision? And last but not least is pursuit of happiness. The only thing that Brian Laundrie is going to be in pursuit of now, from now on, is a new place to hide. A new place to evade to. And this speaks a lot about most toxic individuals, narcissistically abusive people who are abusive to others in relationships. Always looking for happiness, but never finding it. Because each new place they go to is only a place to hide. It's sad. What I'm telling you is sad. It's the sad reality of a lack of intelligence, a lack of wisdom, a lack of being smart. So before you ask the question, how has Brian Laundrie managed to outsmart anybody? Have this basic have an understanding that what's going on here has nothing to do with smarts or intelligence at all. It's reaction-based living as a result of evil decision-making. And this reaction-based living will lead him nowhere, unfortunately, but to his destruction. There's no life. Smarts offers people life. Wisdom preserves life. What we see from Brian Laundrie is the absence of that. What we see in abusive relationships from abusive, bullying personalities is an absence of wisdom, an absence of intelligence, an absence of being smart, and instead, reaction only. They live this life just in reaction, which causes ultimately more evil choices. And it's a sad cycle until death, until the destruction of them and everybody around them. Listen, I want to be a part of your healing journey. Down below in the description box, you'll find access to my calendar where you can schedule one-on-one time with me. FaceTime, WhatsApp video calls, telephone calls, it's all available for you. Text message calls. Every Monday night is Royal We Live Chat, and Saturday morning is Royal We Fellowship at 9 o'clock a.m. It's an in-depth